Hi, it's Essie here, and I'm here with a process video on behalf of Lottie Loves Paper, sharing a 2-page spread in my Traveller's Notebook using the new collection from Amy Tangerine called Shine On. I'm going to scrap 2 really normal day-to-day sets of photographs. The first page, you can see I've just laid out the photos there, is when I went to get my hair done. My niece got married just last week, and a couple of weeks before that I went to get my hair cut and dyed, coloured, get rid of some of that grey, and I'm just scrapping those photographs. My Traveller's Notebook is something that I'm wanting to do for this year. I started, my first page was the weekend of my birthday, and I wanted to scrap a few photographs a month between that birthday and my birthday next year in my notebook, and I wanted to do not just the big events but just the normal everyday things as well. So I've started off by trimming my piece of paper from the Shine On collection to the same size as my Traveller's Notebook page. I'm going to do a whole page in that patterned paper. I obviously hadn't seen the Shine On collection when I went to have my hair done, but the top that I'm wearing matches perfectly. So that was a very happy coincidence. It's got the pinks and greens on the black background. So I'm using that paper with those leaves on, and I'm just mounting my photographs onto some black cardstock. I've printed my photographs on my selfie, and I've printed 4 photographs on a 4x6 sheet, and I'm just using 3, obviously, as you can see. I've got a strip there, it would be a branding strip. The paper, the Shine On collection is in, I've got the paper pad, so I've got strips from the tops of the sheets of paper, but they've got the hole in, which the paper pads have, to hang them on. So I'm placing the strip along that edge there, where the hole is going to be covered up by one of my photographs. And now I'm just going to have a think about what embellishments I want to use. I think I'm going to fussy cut some flowers from that lovely sheet of paper there with those pretty yellow and pink flowers on. I end up cutting quite a few of the leaves off. I just sort of want a right-angled spray for the corner, and so I'm just fussy cutting round, and I've done that first one, and I'm just cutting another couple of flowers to add in as well, and that's going down there in the corner. I've got a little die cut piece there from the ephemera pack that actually had a strip of black along the top. You can see it on the right hand side above my scissors there. It says remember, but it was too big for the space, and I didn't really want the word remember on this page, so I've chopped that word off. I'll save that and I can use that on another spread. And now I'm going to do the date. I've got these little letter stamps from Dovecraft, I think they are, and I'm using archival ink in watering can just to stamp July and the date. I think it's the 14th, and those are number stamps from American Crafts. So I'm going to trim that down and mat that onto a sheet of black, a piece of black cardstock as well. And that's pretty much all I do for this page. That's the beauty of a Traveller's Notebook. You don't need much. The photographs, obviously I've got several photographs on here, so they take up most of the page, and I've just written a little bit on that journaling die cut about the fact that I'm having my new hairdo for my niece's wedding. And there I'm sticking, I've now got all the elements where I want them, and I'm just going in and sticking them down. And that's my page finished, other than a couple of these puffy heart stickers. Again, these are all products from the Shine On range, and these little puffy hearts are really super cute. and I wanted to add a little touch more yellow to coordinate with the yellow flowers that I've got down in the corner. So now I'm just going to stick my page into my notebook. I found it much easier to work on the sheet of paper out of my notebook and sticking it all in at the end, because I've got several pages done now and some of them are a bit bulky. So my second page is unrelated to the first one. I'm going to July, as those of you in the UK will know, has been extortionately hot. It's been horrid. I hate it. And the temperatures have been record. So I'm just doing a page documenting about the heat of the days in July. I've got a screenshot there from the weather app on my phone showing the temperature, which reached 34 degrees here one Friday afternoon. I was working from home, didn't know what to do with myself, just ended up not achieving very much at all really, because I was just so hot and uncomfortable. I toyed with the idea of putting it on some black cardstock and decided that I didn't want to. I wanted it on white, and I'm going to then mass it onto that bright piece of paper, that's from the 6x6 Shine On paper pad. And I want, although it's a separate page about something different, obviously it's the same collection, so the colours are going to tie in, and I do want to tie it in so that it kind of coordinates and goes with the other side of the page. So I'm just sticking my photograph down first of all. I've picked out that die cut word, shine, from the ephemera pack, because obviously that's all the sun was doing, was shining. And then I've picked up that journaling card as well, just to write about the day and the heat. So I'm doing the journaling. And then I'd got an idea about bringing in some of those coloured leaves from this page, also from the 6x6 pad. I've got leaves on the left hand side, and I thought they kind of looked a little bit like hot flames as well, so I thought they kind of went with the heat and sun theme of the page. So I'm just trimming the tips, around the tips of the ones, just one strip from the bottom of the paper. And in a minute you'll see that I hadn't planned the layout terribly well, because I stick the leaves along the bottom and then don't have room for my journaling card without covering up some of my journaling. So I chop the top off again. I've got the word shine, so I've already got a title of sorts and a word, so I'm not too worried about losing the all about it, and I really wanted those leaves along the bottom. So I'm just matting that onto a sheet of that same paper that I matted my photograph on, which has got the same colours in as the leaves, using my glue pen, sticking that along the bottom, and I'm just going to turn that over, trim it around the edge and the corner, because the corners are rounded. And then I'm going to cut those leaves, and I've stuck some of those leaves up in that left hand corner you can see. I don't quite know what happened there with the filming. I lost the bit of me doing that somehow, but I just trimmed a couple of the leaves from the page and stuck them up in the left hand corner, and I'm going to trim a couple more and place them there on the right hand side, just to add a little more detail down that side. And then I have got that paper left over from the paper I've used on the left hand side, and to tie it in even more, I'm going to cut a couple of the leaves from that sheet. I think I end up using a couple of black ones and a white one, just to place over the top of those brightly coloured ones along the bottom, to help coordinate it in a bit more with the other page. And I quite like how they look, actually, as well as coordinating it in. I like how they stand out on the colours. Just using my glue pen. I'm sticking everything down flat on these pages. I've done some pages with 3D embellishments on, so I'm doing some flat pages, otherwise my notebook's going to just end up far too bulky. So I'm just cut some of these stickers. This is the Shine On sticker book, and it's lovely. It's got some white stickers in, and I'm just sticking a couple of white leaf stickers over those coloured ones, and then the finishing detail is the date. And I think this is a One Canoe to roller stamp from a previous Lottie Loves Paper kit. And that's me done. Thank you for watching.